Hi everyone. Welcome to Grammar and Writing Academy, your destination for mastering English.
I hope that all of you are okay. Get ready. Right now we will have a grammar session. This is page 103 on your reader's notebook. Try to open it. The reader's notebook, page 103. This lesson is about the subordinating conjunctions and the complex sentence. Last week, we talked about both the coordinating conjunctions and the subordinating conjunctions, and I told you that a coordinating conjunction, like for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so, the fanboys, those coordinating conjunctions, if you have them in a sentence and they come to join two sentences with each other, you're going to have a compound sentence. Also, we mentioned that a subordinating conjunction, it comes to connect two sentences with each other that have different thoughts or two thoughts, and in this way you're going to have a complex sentence. In this lesson, we're going to talk more about the subordinating conjunctions, okay? You have a sheet in your course material, this one. Suppose you have printed it because we're going to study from it right now. This is a new one. The conjunctions up here exactly like the sheet for last time, but down here we're going to have correlative conjunctions. Last time or last week, down here you're going to find the coordinating conjunctions. I'm going to move here to page 103 with you. And I need right now Ibrahim Mirza to read for us, please. Read for us, Ibrahim. Subordinating conjunctions.
Okay. A subordinating conjunction connects two thoughts to make a complex sentence. The thought with the subordinating conjunction cannot stand on its own. It needs the rest of the sentence to make sense. Subordinating conjunction. Here's an example. Because a storm was coming, we went home early. Some subordinating conjunctions are if, because, when, while, and although.
Thank you so much here, Ibrahim. Again, a subordinating conjunction connects two thoughts. Thoughts here, it means two sentences, okay? Two thoughts to make a complex sentence. So once you have a subordinating conjunction, you have a complex sentence, okay? Okay. The thought with the subordinating conjunction cannot stand on its own. This is what I'm going to have here on page 104, the dependent and independent clause. Once I finish that, I'm going to move to page 104. But here, only pay attention to the subordinating conjunction and try to memorize them with me. So, the thought with the subordinating conjunction cannot stand on its own. It means once you have a subordinating conjunction with a sentence after it, only one sentence, and this way, the group of words in this way, it cannot stand on its own. It's a fragment. For this reason, it needs the rest of the sentence to make sense. For this reason, it needs the second sentence. So the conjunction with only one thought, the conjunction with only one sentence, it doesn't give you a meaning. The conjunction must have with two sentences to give you a meaning. Subordinating conjunction like because. Because a storm was coming, what happened? We went home early. So here the conjunction is because followed by a sentence, followed by a comma, followed by another sentence, or two thoughts. Storm was coming, we went home early. Some subordinating conjunctions are like if, because, when, while, and although. I'm gonna move to this sheet. Naif, can you hear me?
Yes, mister.
Here in this sheet, we have so many subordinating conjunctions. I need you to read for us this one, the time or sequence conjunctions, please.
Okay. Time
Sequence.
sequence. After, before, while, as, whenever, as soon as. Let's see.
Once. Yeah.
As long as. Tell unit.
Until.
Sin-
Till,
since.
until, and since. Thanks, Naif. I move this time to Muhammad Shinan. Muhammad, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr.
I need you to read for us the subordinating conjunctions that tell us the contrast.
Contrast. I thought, even
Though,
thought, while,
though, although, though, even though.
although, thought, even thought, while, whereas, however, as thought,
As though, not thought.
as though.
Though, yeah. Thank you so much here, Muhammad. Hatem Hussein, can you hear me, Hatem?
Yes, Mr. I'm Hatem.
Okay, Hatem, you have to read for us the cause and reason, condition, and place. Start with the
Okay.
cause and reason.
Cost region, because, since, in order that, so that, as.
For condition,
Condition. If, unless, whether, even if, in case, provided that.
and for place,
Place, where,
we have only where. Thank you so much here, Hatem. So
welcome.
here you have most of the subordinating conjunctions and you have to memorize all of them by heart. I move right now to page 103. You have an exercise down. Activity. Circle the subordinating conjunction each sentence. So you have right now 6 sentences down. In each sentence, you have a subordinating conjunction. Once you find it, you have to circle it, okay? It's only 30 seconds. Come on, start to think of it. Okay, I'm gonna start with Iyad. Once you raise your hand up, it means to me that you know the answer, right? Okay, Iyad, the first one.
Yes, Mr. Circle the subordinating conjunction in each sentence. Although it was cloudy, we decided to go for a drive. Although is the subordinating conjunction.
Thank you so much here. Yeah. I move to Ibrahim Wasim. Ibrahim, number 2. This is not Ibrahim, I think. Ibrahim, number 2.
Yes, Mr. We wanted to go to the beach since is the
Abdurrahman Al-Abid, number 3.
Yes, Mr. Number 3. Because it looked like it might rain, we took our umbrellas. The subordinating conjunction is because.
Thank you so much here, Abdurrahman. Jawad, then Jad. I'm moving in turns as I mentioned before. Jawad, can you hear me?
Yes,
Jawad?
Mr. I'm Joel. My mic was lagging.
Okay, number 4.
Yes, Mr. Yes, Mr.
Yeah, number 4. If you can hear me, you can answer it now. Jed, number 4. I'll be back to you, Jawad. Don't worry.
Okay, we planned hid some if the rain became too heavy. The subordinating conjunction is if.
Thank you so much here, Jed.
Welcome.
I'm gonna move to Jawad, number 5, and then Ryan,
Yes, Mr.
number 5.
Okay. While we were at the beach, we picked up some seashells. The subordinating conjunction is while.
Thank you so much here, Jawad. I'm gonna move to Ryan. Ryan, number 6, please.
Yes, Mr. When the first raindrops fell, we walked back to the car when.
It's already one. Thank you so much, Ryan. You have only 10 seconds to check your answers again. Then I'm gonna move to page 104 to explain for you the dependent clause and independent clause. Okay, it's a very, very important lesson. You have to pay attention to everything I'm gonna mention to you, and I'm gonna explain it to you in an easy and simple way as usual. Clear? Clear. This time I need Ayman Sameh to read for us. Ayman, can you hear me?
Yes, mister.
I need you right now to read page 104, dependent and independent clause.
Dependent and independent clause. A complex sentence is made up of a dependent clause and an independent clause. A dependent clause begins with a subordinating conjunction and needs the rest of the sentence to make sense. An independent clause can stand on its own. Dependent clause, when it started to rain, independent clause, we went inside.
Thank you so much here, Ayman. All of you, get your pen or your pencil ready and write what I'm going to write right now. Suppose you have your book with you right now. Dependent and independent clause. Okay. A complex sentence, as I mentioned before, is made up of a dependent clause and independent clause. I mentioned up here that a subordinating conjunction connects two thoughts. I told you here two thoughts or two sentences, like what you can see here, right? You have two sentences. One of them, we're gonna call it a dependent. The other one, we're gonna call it independent. Clear? Clear. So here, a complex sentence is made up of a dependent clause and an independent clause. What is the difference between both, Mr.? Easy and clear. Circle dependent clause exactly like me. A dependent clause begins with a subordinating conjunction. So the dependent clause, it has to start with what? With what here? A subordinating conjunction. Mister, I don't know the subordinating conjunction. Here you have all the subordinating conjunction. You have to memorize them by heart. It's not me or your dad or your mom who will memorize it for you. You have to memorize it by yourself. So a dependent clause begins with what? A subordinating conjunction and needs the rest of the sentence to make sense. Which sentence, Mr.? The second sentence. Mister, do you mean that a dependent clause begins with a subordinating conjunction and the sentence after it? Yes, because we have two sentences. So we're gonna take the dependent clause. How are we gonna know the dependent clause? We're gonna take the subordinating conjunction with the sentence after it. And the subordinating conjunction with the sentence after it alone, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So it looks like a fragment. It looks like what? A fragment. Right beside it here, a fragment. Okay, again, a dependent clause starting what? Subordinating conjunction and the sentence after it. And both of them with each other alone, they can't stand alone. They can't give you a clear meaning. For this reason, we consider the dependent clause a fragment. But the independent clause can stand on its own. For this reason, we cannot consider it as a sentence because it has a meaning and it doesn't have a conjunction. Okay? Okay. So the dependent clause is like a fragment. The independent clause is like a sentence. A fragment, it doesn't have a meaning. A sentence, it has a meaning. Go up here and write exactly what I'm going to ask you to write. Dependent and independent clause. Make a circle on dependent, but don't write right now. And you're gonna write what up here, Mister? You're gonna write a conjunction and the sentence after it, exactly like that. You're gonna write dependent. It consists of what? A conjunction and the sentence after it. And you know right now it's like a fragment. Becomes so clear, right? And make a circle on an independent and write a sentence. Write what? A sentence. Clear? Is that clear right now? So the dependent clause, it can stand alone. The independent clause, it can stand alone. See down here, when it rained, when it started to rain, we went inside. I need you right now to tell me what is the dependent and what is the independent. First of all, you have to find the conjunction. Okay? Again, first of all, you have to find what? The conjunction. You have to find what? The conjunction. Mister, the conjunction down here is when. Correct. So when and the sentence after it, it's dependent clause because it doesn't give me a meaning. When it started to rain and you stop here, what do you understand? Do you understand? No, I don't have a meaning, mister. The meaning is not clear. So when it started to rain alone, it doesn't have a meaning. It's a dependent clause. The second part, we need it to complete the meaning. We went inside. I have a meaning in this way. I have a sentence. I have a subject and a predicate, and I have a complete thought. By the second one, we went inside. Clear? I hope it becomes so clear. For more explanation, I'm gonna move here to this sheet. Okay, lesson 9, complex sentence. Here I need Omar Abu Tabak. Omar.
Yes, mister.
You're gonna read a sentence by sentence. Once you finish a sentence, you have to stop because I'm gonna explain, okay?
Okay.
Read the first one.
A subordinate conjunction connects two thoughts to make a complex sentence.
Here, I need all of you to circle thoughts and write here sentence. Write here what? Sentences. So a subordinating conjunction, as I mentioned before, connects two thoughts or two sentences to make a complete sentence or to make a complex sentence. Number 2, Amr.
A complex sentence is made up of independent clause and an independent clause.
As I mentioned before, a dependent clause, it consists of what? The conjunction and the sentence after it, and it's a fragment. The independent clause, the other part of the sentence, and it's a sentence has a complete thought. Next. Omar.
Mr. Do I read number 3?
Yeah. I said next, it means read.
A dependent clause begins with a subordinate conjunction and needs the rest of the sentence to make sense.
Keep reading.
An independent clause can stand on its own.
I need you right now, Omar, to read the sentence for us here, and you have to stop after you read because I'm going to ask you about something.
Okay. If you leave.
Keep reading. Yeah, if you leave.
Okay. If you leave, you will be lonely.
This is I. I will be lonely. As Omar mentioned, if you leave, then he stopped. Then I asked him to complete because if you leave alone, it doesn't give me a meaning, right? Omar, in this sentence, can you tell me what is the conjunction here? If you leave, I will be lonely.
If, mister.
Exactly. So if here, my dear boys, is the conjunction, and the conjunction with the sentence after it doesn't give me a meaning. For this reason, we call it dependent clause. The second part here, I will be lonely. It gives you a meaning, right? You have an idea. For this reason, this is called independent clause. It becomes clear, Omar?
Yeah, mister.
So clear, right? Read the second sentence.
Yeah, thanks. I love Matt's work because he uses colors so brightly.
Brilliantly. In this sentence, in this complex sentence, I'm going to ask you to let me know the dependent clause from the independent clause. Don't care about that. You have to care about only one thing, to find the conjunction first. So what is the conjunction here?
The conjunction here, it's because, mister.
It's because. So because and the sentence after it. For this reason, I wrote up here what? A conjunction and what? The sentence After it, not the sentence.
After it.
Yeah. So because here and the sentence after it, because he uses color so brilliantly, this is called dependent clause because it doesn't give me a sense, right? And the previous one, the first one, I left message word, it can give me a meaning, and this is called independent clause. I hope that the lesson becomes so clear to all of you, my dear boys. How it will come to me in the exam? I'm gonna give you a sentence like this, or like that. If you leave early, I will be lonely. And I'm gonna say, I will be lonely is an independent clause. True or false? True, mister. Okay? If you leave is an independent clause. No, mister, it's dependent, it's false. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, here. I'm gonna move right now to this exercise down. Activity. Circle the dependent clause and underline the independent clause in each sentence. This is what you're gonna make with me right now. Here, make a circle on the dependent clause and write, and here, underline independent clause. This is what you're gonna make. So you're gonna circle the dependent and underline that independent. Another thing you have to write down here under the dependent clause a conjunction plus a sentence. A conjunction plus a sentence. Okay. I'm gonna answer the first one. No. Okay, no problem. You have a minute to think. Then raise your hand up if you know the answer. All of you put your hands down. All of you please put your hands down. In 5F, I gave minus for the one who doesn't follow my instructions. Clear? Put your hands down for the last time. If you want minus, no problem. This is your mark, not my mark. Still 4. 4, they are eager to get the minus from me. Jawad and Tayyib and Omar, Akkad and Ed. You want minus, right? No problem. How many? 10? 15? 20? No problem. Come on, keep thinking. Once you find the conjunction and the sentence after it, circle it. And this is called dependent clause because it's a fragment. It doesn't give you a meaning. It doesn't have sense or it doesn't make sense. The other part, we call it independent clause because it has a meaning, so we have to underline it. 3, 2, 1. You can raise your hands up. Okay. Ali. The first one, Ali. Read it and answer it for us, please.
Okay. We boarded up the windows because a hurricane was coming. The dependent clause is we boarded up the windows.
So we have to underline it or circle it.
Circle.
I'm going to ask you a question for the first one. What is the conjunction? The subordinating conjunction here in the first sentence.
Because.
Exactly. See, I told you up here to find the conjunction and the sentence after it and circle it. And this is called what? A dependent.
The dependent clause.
So.
We underline.
Yeah. So because a hurricane was coming, we're gonna circle it. And the first one, we boarded up the windows. We have to underline. Clear?
Okay.
Thank you so much here, Ali. I'll move to time. So before you answer, you have to find the conjunction first. Time, number 2.
Yes, mister.
Yes.
After we were finished, we went to the store for supplies. We will circle after we were finished and we will underline when we went to the store for supply.
That's really wonderful because here we have a conjunction. It's called after, right? So after,
yeah,
with the sentence after it, we have to circle it because this is called a dependent clause. And The rest of the sentence gives me a meaning, so this is called the independent clause. Thanks, Tayyip. I'm gonna move to another one. This time will be whom this time will be Muhammad Shnan. Okay, Muhammad, number 3.
Yes, because the storm could knock down power lines, we bought flashlights. First, the conjunction is because.
Perfect.
Then, the dependent clause is the storm could knock down power line.
So
And the independent clause
so we have
is
to circle.
we circle it and we underline both flashes.
Exactly, we both flashlights because it can stand alone and give me a meaning. Thank you so much here, Muhammad. I'm gonna move to Mu'taz. You want to answer, Mu'taz? Okay, this is your turn. Number 4.
Okay. Number 4. 200 back before the storm started. The independent here is wanted to hurry back. The dependent is before the storm started.
That's really correct because here we have a conjunction. It's called before, right? So from before to the end, we have to circle it. And what's before it, we have to underline it because it can give me a meaning. We wanted to hurry back before the storm started.
Mister?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes. I'm listening.
The question is, can the dependent be after the independent?
No problem. See here. After dependent. The independent came after it. Here, the independent came first, followed by the dependent. It depends on the conjunction, okay? If the conjunction comes at the beginning of the sentence, you will have the dependent first. If it comes in the middle, first you're going to have the independent, then you will have the dependent clause. Okay? Thanks, Mu'taz. I'll move right now to Hamza. I'm trying to give all of you chances. By the way, Hamza.
Yes, Mister.
Number 5, please.
When we return home, the rain began to fall.
Fall.
Mister, we will circle when we return home.
Perfect.
Because it is dependent, and we underline the rain began to fall.
The rain began to fall. And because here the first sentence it has when, and when here is the subordinating conjunction, right?
Yes.
So this is the way you're going to answer every time, my dear boys. Thank you so much here, Hamza. Perfect answer, by the way.
You're welcome.
I move to Naif. Naif, can you hear me?
Yes, Mister.
The last one, please.
The last one, number 6. Why the
hurricane
rage? We stayed safe inside. Why the
hurricane
raged is dependent?
Yes, because it has the subordinating conjunction that's called while, right?
While. Okay, yeah.
And
we stayed safe inside is independent.
Yes, it's the independent clause. It can stand alone, and this is the rest of the sentence. Thanks, Naif.
Thank you, Mister.
You're mostly welcome. Check your answers as fast as you can. Page 104. In your grammar workshop, you have to answer page 45 and page 46, okay? You have 2 pages to answer, 45 and 46, and I'm gonna check both of them on Tuesday.
Thanks for being a member in Grammar and Writing Academy, your destination for mastering English. Don't forget that your support means a lot to us. Like, share, and subscribe for more awesome English adventures. See you soon. Goodbye.